Hey there, chunkers! Welcome back to Chunking to Fluency, where we make learning English fun and practical, one chunk at a time. Have you ever wondered how some people reach for the stars and actually get there? Well, today we're diving into the incredible and fascinating life of Elon Musk. And along the way, you'll pick up 10 super useful English chunks that you can start using today. Are you ready? Let's go.
Elon Musk was born in South Africa, specifically in Pretoria, on June 28, 1971. He grew up in a middle-class family with his mother, May, a model and dietitian, and his father, Errol, an engineer. Even as a child, Elon was very much into books and computers. He often spent hours reading science fiction and learning to program. He was quite a loner, preferring to spend time with his thoughts rather than playing with other kids. Elon took an interest in computers at a very young age. By the time he was 12, he had already taught himself to code and even sold his first video game, Blastar, for $500. He had a knack for understanding technology. Elon's fascination with space began early. He dreamed of going to space and making humanity a multiplanetary species. This dream stuck with him throughout his life. He also became increasingly concerned about the future of the planet. As a teenager, he started to think about ways to make the world a better place. He believed that electric cars could help reduce pollution and that space exploration was crucial for the survival of humanity. He was determined to make a difference. While he wasn't known for having a lot of close friends, he kept to himself and focused on his studies and his passion. He was always thinking ahead, planning his future. His childhood was the foundation for the ambitious and visionary person he is today. He never gave up on his dreams, and that's a valuable lesson for all of us. Elon Musk is famous for founding companies like Tesla, SpaceX, and more. His success story teaches us the power of determination, curiosity, and never giving up, even when things get tough.
You ready? Let's go. Now, let's break down those 10 English chunk phrases you heard in Elon's story. These are common, natural expressions that native speakers use all the time. We'll explain what each one means, give you some sample sentences, and then we'll compare them to their Spanish equivalents. Are you ready? Let's go.
And now it's time for, drumroll please, chunks of the day. Ready, set, go. Chunk number 1. English. Quite a loner. Quite a loner. E em português, tanto solitário. Tanto solitário. This chunk phrase describes someone who prefers to be alone and doesn't socialize much. It is used to describe someone's personality, often neutrally or slightly sympathetically. An example sentence would be, as a child, Elon Musk was quite a loner and was often lost in his own thoughts and books. Again, as a child, Elon Musk was quite a loner and was often lost in his own thoughts and books. E em português, quando criança, Elon Musk estava tanto solitário e frequentemente se perdia em seus próprios pensamentos e livros. De novo, quando criança, Elon Musk estava tanto solitário e frequentemente se perdia em seus próprios pensamentos e livros. Chunk number 2. English. Kept to himself. Kept to himself. E em português, ficava na dele. Ficava na dele. This chunk phrase describes how someone has avoided sharing much with others or has remained private or reserved. It's considered to be quiet or introverted behavior. An example sentence would be, in school, Elon kept to himself and spent most of his time reading or thinking. Again, in school, Elon kept to himself and spent most of his time reading or thinking. E em português, na escola, Elon ficava na dele e passava a maior parte do tempo lendo ou pensando. De novo, Na escola, Elon ficava na dele e passava a maior parte do tempo lendo ou pensando. Chunk number 3. English. Took an interest in. Took an interest in. E em português, se interessou por. Se interessou por. This chunk describes someone that has started to become curious or enthusiastic about something. Describes the start of curiosity or engagement with a topic. An example sentence would be, Elon took an interest in technology at a very young age. Again, Elon took an interest in technology at a very young age. E em português, Elon se interessou por tecnologia desde muito jovem. De novo, Elon se interessou por tecnologia desde muito jovem. Chunk number 4. English. Had a knack for. Had a knack for. E em português, tinha dom para. Tinha dom para. This chunk describes someone who is naturally good or talented at something. It indicates a natural ability or gift. An example sentence would be, even as a child, Elon had a knack for solving complex problems. Again, even as a child, Elon had a knack for solving complex problems. E em português, mesmo quando criança, Elon tinha dom para resolver problemas complexos. De novo, mesmo quando criança, Elon tinha dom para resolver problemas complexos. Chunk number 5. English. Was always thinking ahead. Was always thinking ahead. E em português, sempre pensando no futuro. Sempre pensando no futuro. This chunk describes the act of frequently planning for the future, or someone who is always anticipating what's next. It's often used to describe visionary or strategic thinkers. An example sentence would be, Elon was always thinking ahead, imagining how the world could be improved through innovation. Again, Elon was always thinking ahead, imagining how the world could be improved through innovation. E em português, Elon estava sempre pensando no futuro, imaginando como o mundo poderia ser melhorado por meio da inovação. De novo, Elon estava sempre pensando no futuro, imaginando como o mundo poderia ser melhorado por meio da inovação. Chunk number 6. English. Taught himself to code. Taught himself to code. E em português, aprendeu sozinho a programar. Aprendeu sozinho a programar. This chunk describes someone who has learned programming without formal instruction. It highlights self-motivation and independence in learning. An example sentence would be, just 12 years old, Elon taught himself to code and created his first video game. Again, just 12 years old, Elon taught himself to code and created his first video game. E em português, com apenas 12 anos, Elon aprendeu sozinho a programar e criou seu primeiro videogame. De novo, com apenas 12 anos, Elon aprendeu sozinho a programar e criou seu primeiro videogame. Chunk number 7. English. Dreamed of going to space. Dreamed of going to space. E em português, sonhava em ir ao espaço. Sonhava em ir ao espaço. Someone who has had a strong desire or ambition to travel beyond Earth. It often describes childhood ambitions or lifelong goals. An example sentence would be, since he was young, Elon dreamed of going to space and making humanity a multi-planetary species. Again, since he was young, Elon dreamed of going to space and making humanity a multi-planetary species. E em português, desde jovem, Elon sonhava em ir ao espaço e tornar a humanidade uma espécie multiplanetária. De novo, desde jovem, Elon sonhava em ir ao espaço e tornar a humanidade uma espécie multiplanetária. Chunk number 8. English. Never gave up on. Never gave up on. E em português, nunca desistiu de. Nunca desistiu de. This chunk describes someone who has continued to believe in or pursue something despite challenges. It is a phrase that shows determination and persistence. An example sentence would be, Elon never gave up on his vision even when people doubted him. Again, Elon never gave up on his vision even when people doubted him. E em português, Elon nunca desistiu de sua visão, mesmo quando as pessoas duvidavam dele. De novo, Elon nunca desistiu de sua visão, mesmo quando as pessoas duvidavam dele. Chunk number 9. English. Stuck with him. Stuck with him. E em português, ficou com ele. Ficou com ele. This chunk describes something that has stayed in someone's mind for a long time or has had a lasting impression. Describes ideas, memories, or feelings that linger. An example sentence would be, the idea of colonizing Mars stuck with him for decades. Again, the idea of colonizing Mars stuck with him for decades. E em português, a ideia de colonizar Marte ficou com ele por décadas. De novo, a ideia de colonizar Marte ficou com ele por décadas. Chunk number 10. English. A middle-class family. A middle-class family. E em português, uma família de classe média. Uma família de classe média. This chunk describes a family with an average income. Not poor, not wealthy. It's used to describe economic background. An example sentence would be, Elon Musk was born into a middle-class family in South Africa. Again, Elon Musk was born into a middle-class family in South Africa. E em português, Elon Musk nasceu em uma família de classe média na África do Sul. De novo, Elon Musk nasceu em uma família de classe média na África do Sul.
Let's go. So, there you have it. The inspiring story of Elon Musk and 10 powerful English chunks you can start using right now. Remember, the more you listen, practice, and repeat these phrases, the closer you'll get to true English fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Chunking to Fluency, and share this video with your friends. What inspiring person should we talk about next? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time, and keep chunking your way to fluency. Be blessed.